Development Academy, RDA, is located on the Asian Highway with a distance of 200 kilometers from Dhaka capital and 16 kilometers away from Bogra town in northwest Bangladesh.
RDA starting with their activity with concentrated with the water, because water is the key element for agriculture production. Again, agriculture is the key element for rural development. So this is our concept.
In the early 1970s, the need for establishing another institute with the same goals and objectives as the Camilla-based Bangladesh Academy for Rural Development was felt. As a result, our RDA came into being in June 1974 as a specialized institute of training and research on rural development. In 1990, our RDA was transformed into RDA as a body corporate by an act, namely the Bogra Rural Development Academy Act 1990, to be run under the direction of a board of governors.
Our faculty divided into distinctly two. One is the technical part, one is the social part. So we have the social science division and agriculture science division. Agriculture science division, all the technical person is working, like the agronomy people, horticulture people, the animal husbandry, veterinary people, agriculture engineering people, irrigation engineering people. All these people, they are working under the agriculture science division. But whatever did by the technical person, this need to be bring to the general mass of the people, and that's the responsibility of the social science division. So there is a distinct two division.
RDA has an established track record as a leading research, action research, training institute and consultancy service provider. In its various efforts to work for rural development, it started operating with significantly experienced and knowledgeable faculties and staff. In course of its past operations, RDA Bogra has attained more technical and social skills and expertise in rural development experiments. As of now, there are both relatively fresh incumbents as well as senior faculties who carry significant amounts of institutional memories regarding various activities, especially research and action research that the institution have carried out so far. RDA in Bogra wants to pursue the process of further operations to become a centre of excellence for rural development aimed at the purported strategic direction because of the following perceived reasons. Past successes with the technical and various non-technical resources at hand, a culture of close-knit operational teams of professionals in their activities, a management culture encouraging innovation and innovative thinking within the faculty. RDA's mission is to involve rural development models and approaches to address social, economic and technical challenges, build the capacity of rural development experts, practitioners and change agents, promote climate change resilience and environmental development, contribute to poverty reduction in rural communities through economic development and income generation, and promote gender parity and women's empowerment. Since 1974, RDA has grown in terms of both volume of operations and quality of overall performance, backed by certain values upheld by its faculty and staff. These are accountability, innovativeness, and team spirit. RDA's goals are building rural development analysis and approaches, developing leaders and change agents, contributing to a climate-resilient Bangladesh, making innovative contributions to rural poverty reduction, advocating for women's empowerment and people's voice, and transforming RDA, decentralization of authority.
Our main function is very clear. Our main function, we have to do training, then research, action research, and advisory services.
Apart from the key mandatory functions, RDA provides consultancies to government, non-government and international organizations. This ranges from feasibility studies, planning, monitoring and evaluation, impact assessment, integrated rural development, water and irrigation management, agricultural marketing, poverty alleviation, agricultural knowledge system, livestock development, food policy analysis, agribusiness development, crop diversification, and commercialization. RDA consists of 8 divisions, namely the Research and Evaluation Division, the Training Division, the Agricultural Sciences Division, Social Sciences Division, Farm Technology, Irrigation and Water Resources Management Division, Project Planning and Monitoring Division, Rural Governance and Gender Division, and the Administration Division. Research is one of the mandatory functions of RDA.
Conduct research on various socio-economic issues of rural development and helps in policy formation of the government for rural development and poverty alleviation. Research division is involved in different process of research activities that starts from proposal preparation to submission for publication. So this is the actual theme of our research.
The studies cover diverse areas including soil and crop cultivation, livestock, fisheries, social issues, microfinance, gender studies, agricultural knowledge system, environment, livelihoods, and water and irrigation management.
Currently we are conducting so many researches, but the important one are livelihood of soil dwellers, effect of maize feeding on milk production, comparative study between rice transplanter and traditional method of rice transplanting, farmers' attitude towards trichoderma use, two-layer agriculture development, and potato production through pronglets. These are the most important. Other than this, about 13 experiments we are conducting this year, which is approved by the APC, Annual Planning Conference. Crop calendar technology dissemination calendar for the progressive farmers and extensionists, mostly who are using this calendar.
One of the most useful outcomes from the Research and Evaluation Division is the crop calendar, which brings together all the essential information required in farming of vegetables, fruits, economic crops, spices, oilseed crops, and field crops. It is a management tool in agriculture that provides timely information on planting, sowing, and harvesting periods. It provides information on optimum time of planting of different horticultural crops, seed rates for transplanting, broadcasting or drill seeding of each crop, the role of nutrients, nutritional requirements of crops, plant nutrient deficiency, pest and disease attacks, plant pest, disease and nutrient management practices. A fruit like grape is a rare food item in Bangladesh, but is a popular food item throughout the world. Since there is no grape cultivation or popular variety in Bangladesh, RDA started experimenting in 2000. A number of samples were collected from different nurseries containing native and exotic varieties. These were tested from 1999 to 2003 in Nursery 2 and transferred to Nursery 1 in 2004. About 10 varieties were identified through various sizes, shapes of leaves, leaf color, and vine differentiation. Up to 2009, 8 varieties gave flowers and fruits. The Training Division primarily designs and executes training programs to enhance knowledge, develop skills, and change attitudes of the people. The clientele of training include government and non-government personnel, public representatives, private sector personnel, entrepreneurs, progressive farmers, and grassroots level workers. During July 2011 to June 2012, the Academy organised 68 training courses attended by 7,825 participants, creating a total of 55,951 training person days. Since June 1974 to June 2012, RDA has delivered training to 147,311 participants in 2,931 batches. The training participants are made up of 69% male and 31% female.
At present, we are providing a lot of training courses. We are trying to increase the training facilities, our hostel accommodation and so on. And as a result, particularly the training from the outside organizations.
RDA is involved in 3 types of training: self-sponsored training courses, project-sponsored training courses, and joint-sponsored training courses. All of the training activities in the Academy are coordinated by this division. However, the expertise of faculty members from other divisions are solicited for special training programs. The primary focus of the Agriculture Division is to undertake research studies on how efficiently the agricultural resources are managed in relation to productivity, profitability, and sustainability, with the ultimate objective of alleviating hunger, malnutrition and poverty of the rural people, with a particular focus on rural women. The division undertakes research on the following thematic areas: seed health improvement, farming systems and models, seed entrepreneurship, food security, women in agriculture, rural innovations. Under this division, there are several units. These are crop, livestock, poultry, fisheries, tissue culture, nursery, and food processing. The Social Science Division does research and training activity focusing on socio-economic issues in rural development.
Besides, we are organizing workshops, seminars, symposiums in relevant fields. Provide consultancy services according to the requirement of the government.
One project, Poverty Alleviation through Social Forestry, was submitted by the Social Sciences Division and was implemented by RDA from 1995 to 2000. During the project period, 1,200 beneficiaries, both male and female, were organised under this project. They received training on different trades and provided them credit for conducting different types of income-generating activities and plantation of trees. This project created employment opportunities and generated income for rural poor people. It brought ecological balance in the village environment and developed awareness on planting of trees, sanitation, primary health care, and establishment of nurseries. It is almost 12 years gone, but they are still continuing their activities and getting benefit from this project. The division conducts action research projects, develops innovative technologies and models for water and irrigation management, farm machinery and power issues in rural Bangladesh. It synthesizes research and publishes findings and recommendations on current and future water and irrigation related issues.
We are applying or replicating our models in different government agencies, also in private agencies, in different NGOs, in different ways.
The division deals with issues in irrigation and water resources management and disseminate knowledge through workshops, farmers' field school, field day, electronic and print media.
The traditional consultancy work is study and recommend something, put a report. But our consultancy is different. We are studying, we identify the problem and how to solve, we recommend the solve, and we claim that if you agree, I can implement that.
The Project Planning and Monitoring Division is working with project implementation, poverty alleviation, and rural development.
There are some ongoing project activities elsewhere in Bangladesh. Our project is spread all throughout the country. So in that area, occasionally we monitor the project activities, supervision. So these are the part of this division.
RDA use questionnaires and monitoring tools to monitor projects, compilation and analysis for submission to ministries or donor agencies. This division is the focal point for monitoring and evaluation of all development policies, programs and projects to ensure results. The Rural Governance and Gender Division conducts multi-layer and long-term research. It delivers needs-based training courses and action research projects to formulate modules to be replicated in the field.
On request, we may make baseline surveys or maybe midterm surveys, or even at the end of any project, we make evaluation of any development projects or any projects for that matter. And also beside that, we sit on the committees for evaluation of any project or recruitment or any policy or advisory services that we requested, we can provide.
Recently, comprehensive development activities for the Upper Zilla Parishad and Union Parishad were undertaken by this division. This includes capacity building of public representatives by providing training and producing the annual development plan of the Upper Zilla Parishad under action research projects. RDA is supported by an administrative division which consists of a group of dedicated support staff who take responsibility for day-to-day activities, including general office management and maintenance, asset management, property management, transport management, and security and safety. At present, RDA covers an area of 120 hectares, of which 40 hectares have been apportioned for office, resident, playground, children's park, school and other establishments. The rest of the 80 hectares have been earmarked for the demonstration farm for undertaking research in rice farming, horticulture, floriculture, tissue culture, fisheries, agro-processing, livestock and poultry. The dairy unit is providing training to local people on how to rear indigenous cattle and how they will improve their breed and production.
We are just following crossbreeding policy. We are using artificial insemination technique, and we are also providing some guideline how they will develop their breed and they will manage their waste which is coming from the dairy as well as from their household, from poultry, etc.
The unit produces high-quality milk which is made under very hygienic conditions and sold in their own wholesale market. In the demonstration farm, RDA are using a poultry shed as a training ground to share knowledge on effective chicken rearing, including breeding, raising and tending of poultry and hatching of eggs for commercial purposes.
We just provide training how they will manage, they will rear their chicken. Two types of chickens, that is, one is hybrid and another is indigenous breed, that is our native breed. And that for this purpose they need some basic knowledge for providing feed, for providing good environment, and how they will just manage their environment for better production.
Fisheries is one of the major sources of income for rural people in Bangladesh. Nutritionally, people take 60% of their protein from fish.
And as a part of training, we established here a fish hatchery to train the rural unemployed youth by learning.
The fishery unit also conducts experiments on monoculture and polyculture species along with different indigenous and crossbreed species. The biotechnology unit has the tissue culture laboratory for producing tissue culture planting materials for high quality, disease-free seed potatoes at low cost. Over the years, RDA have been producing seed potatoes for seed companies all over Bangladesh.
Subsequently, this basic seed is multiplied by the seed companies, and ultimately it goes to the growers, the millions of growers in Bangladesh. So that's how they have benefited, and consequently the yield became the almost double.
Besides this, the unit practices hydroponics, which provides year-round organic vegetables and offers numerous environmental advantages. The Agro-Processing, Preservation and Marketing Unit develops activities and preservation techniques for the farmers who are benefiting by selling their products. RDA are disseminating technologies to the farmers, officials and others who are learning how to process and preserve vegetables and creating linkages between farmers and sellers.
These objectives are to ensure agro-processing activities and to develop agro-processing activities and also preservation techniques and some value-added models. And the farmers are getting benefit from here. And it has, and farmers directly they come here, they sell their products. This is one thing, and second thing, our people directly collect some products from the farmers.
The scope of the agro-processing unit encompasses all operations from harvesting till the produce reaches the end users, keeping the desired packaging, quantity, quality and price. Seeds from the crop unit are sold widely around the country, which directly benefits the farmers and they are able to increase their production.
Generally, crop unit uses as training ground as well as research ground. Different type of agricultural experiment is conducted here, and different types of seed companies like ACI, GATCO, Supreme Seed companies, we are jointly together going to research, and recently we released 4 varieties of different vegetables. Two vegetables is bottle gourd, and one is a sponge gourd, and another is bitter gourd. We released, and this seed is marketing by ACI Limited. All are hybrid varieties, and these varieties uses as farmer for their production.
In rural areas of Bangladesh, there is a lack of quality plant saplings. The nursery unit of RDA is growing seedlings and saplings. They also provide training to the rural people, unemployed women and youth with low resources and capital. So far, RDA has trained more than 1,000 people on nursery business, and they increase their income by doing this business.
We have 2 nursery here. One is ornamental nursery and one is orchard nursery. At ornamental nursery, we produce seedling and sapling of different ornamental plants, seasonal flower like this. And the orchard nursery, we produce quality roots, seeds, and and different technology like grafting.
One of RDA's mandatory functions is action research. The main objective is to test the feasibility of technologies, models and concepts to address the issues of rural areas. It also aims to develop replicable models for rural development. RDA gets financial support to conduct this research from the government and international donor agencies, besides its own sources of funds. RDA has established international linkages with overseas universities, international research institutes, and development agencies for collaborative action research work. One of the principal activities of RDA is to focus on water, as water is the key input for agricultural production. 97% of water usage in Bangladesh is used for agriculture, with only 3% of it used for domestic purposes. 93% of water in Bangladesh comes from India and Nepal, and only 7% is from local precipitation, which means it is dependent on international rules and regulations. 70% of the population depends on agriculture for their livelihoods. Without irrigation, agricultural development is not possible.
We implement a new improved system in the village area. We call it the buried pipe irrigation system. And with the buried pipe irrigation system, then we irrigate 166. So in the research we get some findings, and that findings implementation in the field so that somebody can say.
The biogas plant at RDA is producing organic manure. It provides effective waste management and gas production for domestic purposes and CNG conversion.
The concept of this biogas plant is that in Bangladesh we have so many small biogas plants, but the result is not so expected. But our concept is that if we do the community-based approach of biogas plant, that would be good result. Now, already we established 40 biogas plants in all over Bangladesh, and we would establish 112 in all over Bangladesh. Community-based biogas technology is like that. Firstly, we have to cow down this pit and with water, and then after that, this would be coming to this plant, biogas plant. Then it would be fermented, and after this, it go to our store, our reservoir. Then it would go to the purify our plant.
Government is giving us 530 million to replicate this type of technology. In World Development Academy campus, 120 acre, all the waste went to the digester. And our 60 household is getting gas connection from the biogas. And every household, they are per month 600 taka given to the government account. So these are income. And we are sinking carbon. Otherwise, this methane went to the atmosphere.
In 2012, RDA started an action research project, the two-layer agricultural cropping system. In the system, farmers can produce rice on the first layer and a vine-type crop on the second layer.
We can produce rice in a single crop, but here we are producing two crops at a time. So all rice land can be cultivated in this way. So people will be benefited because 1 big of land can produce only 2000 taka net benefit get by the farmer, but in this way they can benefit at 20,000 taka more.
The trellis vegetable in the rice field using two-layer agricultural technology increased cropping intensity and also the income. Another action research project of RDA in collaboration with Cornell University in the USA is the use of raised bed technology.
The objective of the project is to raise household income of the farmers and at the same time reduce production cost of farmers. So it is a dual profit technology.
This new technology reduces the fertilizer cost by 20%. It increases production up to 10 to 25% and also reduces the amount of water by 43%.
We would like to extend and disseminate this technology in all over Bangladesh, and we already submitted a project to Bangladesh government, raised bed technology in all over Bangladesh.
The Comprehensive Village Development Programme started its experimental journey in 1975. It took the shape of an action research programme in 1988 to 1989. The experimental phase was jointly implemented by BARD and RDA, which came to an end in 2005. Then the government took CVDP as a model concept for rural development and decided to implement it as a national programme. This phase will continue up until December 2013. The implementing agencies are BARD, RDA, BRDB and Cooperative Development. It is observed that CBDP has been able to develop a strong institutional base at the village level, having massive participation of the people.
The main objectives of the program is to make overall development of all the villagers, irrespective of age, sex, professions and class. And we are trying to not only employ the people, not only to increase the income, but also try to make sure the social development, that is health, sanitation, education, plantation, all the social aspects.
The main objective of the project is to reduce poverty through creating employment to enhance income in a planned way under the village-based comprehensive village development cooperative society. It comprises the villagers irrespective of age, sex, class and profession. They've been able to improve the standard of living by self-effort, self-help and self-driven in a sustainable manner. To achieve the objectives, CBDP follows 3 principles. 1 village, 1 society, no more credit but training, building linkage between national building departments and village cooperatives. RDA has been conducting many action research projects on irrigation and water management since 1982 by the Faculty of Irrigation Management.
After coming back from Sweden Global Water Partnership, I thought that if we like to make it sustainable development of our water resources, we have to establish a center for irrigation and water management.
He got the concept of this centre from the Global Water Partnership meeting. Finally, it was approved in the 30th Board of Governors meeting as a centre for irrigation and water management under the administrative control of RDA in 2003. A total of 300 staff have been employed from this centre under different projects and programmes. Under the dynamic leadership of Mr. Motin, the centre is being run well. Mr. Motin, Mahmood Hossein Khan and MD Nasrul Islam Khan are the founding members of this centre.
We organize some action research activities, such as we developed the agricultural machineries workshop. We're producing and develop some tools, agricultural tools in our workshop.
RDA is in the process of developing a 5-storey building to rear cattle which will capture all the waste down the pipelines and will transfer it to a biogas plant. The building will manage all of the cattle waste through producing biogas to be used across the campus. RDA is also planning to implement an action research project on agricultural land restoration through a cooperative-based multi-storied complex. Besides this, under physical facility improvement, RDA are building 1 international training hostel, 1 guest house with self-catering facilities, and 1 senior faculty's residential building. RDA is enriched with 3 modern conference facilities for training, seminars and other functions. The auditorium is air-conditioned and equipped with public address and recording system, with seating capacity for 1,000 people. The residential wing of the institute consists of a guest house, dormitories with attached bath and toilet facilities. The rooms are fully equipped and provided with linen, and meals and other refreshments are available to residents and users of conference facilities. It also offers a cafeteria service for the trainees, guests and employees of the academy. RDA has a fully stocked library where staff and training participants can access the internet and download training materials.
We have more than 25,000 books, different books on different subjects. Then we have the research reports, we have journals.
The library also has daily newspapers and monthly magazines. The audiovisual unit provides a conference system and equipment to conduct presentations and other mass communication. RDA maintains a medical centre with a highly qualified doctor and pharmacist. The RDA Laboratory School and College was established in 1985, first targeting children as the academy staff, but is now a high-performing school in Bangladesh with a high demand and has since extended its scope.
Our main target is to educate the poor rural people or poor rural children. We are trying heart and soul to develop them, to enlighten them, to make them good citizens for the country.
The school is linked with RDA, maintaining the same objectives to develop rural areas and rural people. The students of the school are able to get practical experience from the field and can conduct research, collect data, and can help rural people. They are given practical knowledge in fisheries, dairy, poultry, so they can contribute to the development of rural areas and poor people in the country. RDA have both indoor and outdoor recreation facilities, including cricket, football, volleyball, table tennis, badminton, swimming, and billiards. There are also 2 grocery shops, 2 banks, 1 mosque, a post office, residential buildings for staff and their families, an officers' club and a ladies' club.
Rural Development Academy is doing and almost a different sector of the training, research, and advisory services, and every faculty and the overall all these people who are working in Rural Development Academy is working for the better Bangladesh, so that there should not be any poor people in the country. I must thanks to observe this documentary film, and I must thanks who is giving patient time to hearing all the activity and our mission and vision to observe. Thank you very much.